Welcome everyone to the first episode of a brand new series and also a brand new type of series that I'm going to be doing on my channel. So this is going to be a Madden 23 Houston Texans franchise mode series. And the way this series is going to work, each episode is going to be a season long, and I'm going to be playing roughly a minimum of 3 games per season, usually probably going to end up being like first game of the season or game midway through, and then if it looks like we're going to be a playoff team the last 2 games. So that's just kind of how it's going to work. Each episode will start off showing you guys how the team looks, what the overalls are, then any trades that we make, any free agent signings that we get. Well, I'll show you the standings halfway through. A little bit of how I kind of do my FIFA type of content, but trying to do it and implementing it on Madden. So without further ado, let's get into this first episode. Obviously, Texans, worst team on Madden, only a 73 overall. 73 overall offense, 75 defense. So there's nothing really all that special about this team, but no X factors, not even superstar. So we are truly starting from ground zero. So yeah, and of course, JTB Gaming starting off in the preseason. Special rules, there aren't any, except I can't be fired because obviously that would derail the entire point of the series. And 6-minute quarters whenever we actually do play games. And here is the team. It's quite the interesting team. So obviously, franchise QB Davis Mills at our number 1. I think we have Brandon Allen, Driscoll 2 and 3. They'll probably be gone next year or this year. Dameon Pierce, starting running back, going to keep him around for quite some time. Would like to develop him into a true stud. Burkhead and Mack, I don't see really getting any playing time. Same goes for the backups. Hairston at fullback, I'm going to look to get a new one eventually. In the wide receiver room, I'm actually, while they may not be the highest of overalls, I'm actually quite happy with. So obviously, Brandon Cooks, receiver number 1, obviously, game changer, 87 overall. But Chris Conley at 74 overall, a little bit more of a bigger, more physical threat. I'm totally okay with that. And then Philip Dorsett the second as third stringer, not too shabby. And we have Collins, the young receiver, so I actually feel pretty confident about the wide receiver room. O-line, the left side, we have locked down for the next 20 years if we want. Well, not 20, but next 15 years with obviously Tunsil and Green, who has hidden, so it's at least a star, so that'll be good. And then we'll just have to, free agency and draft, fix the right side of the line. Tight end room, Jordan is a very athletic tight end, so I'm probably going to keep him around because, in the system I'm going to be using, it's pretty much a college type offense, very much air raid offense. You want to have those athletic tight ends. And defensively, I'm actually pretty fully content with this defense. So D-line, obviously, in the middle could use some work. Let's not be ridiculous here. It does need some work. When I am going to be running a 4-3, but Hughes and Greenard, the DNs, I'm actually totally okay with. Hughes, obviously, star, 80 overall. He played with the Bills for a while, so I know he's pretty good. Greenard's young, so I can hopefully develop him, but going to have to get some new G tackles eventually. Linebackers, nothing too special, but we're playing a 4-3, so pretty much the least important skill group there, except for the middle linebacker, but Christian Kirksey will be more than efficient. And corners, obviously Derek Stingley Jr., we're going to start him right away. Get him as many snaps as possible. He's going to be the next great corner. And obviously Steven Nelson and Desmond King II. Also Thomas and Sheffield. So corners are actually pretty good. And safeties, we've got Petre as the free safety. Going to develop him. But strong safety is Murray. I'm going to wait and see. I might move Desmond King up to that strong safety position because I swear he was a safety at one point. But we'll just kind of see how all that goes. Special teams, Fairbairn's got a big leg, so I'll take that. And Johnston is pretty good punter, I guess. Returners is our 6th string corner, I think, T. Smith, so he's very quick. Keep him around. And Cooks is going to be in the slot because I use the slot receiver a pretty good amount. Burkhead, third down back. Pierce, power back. Nelson in the slot. And Hughes, Greenard, rush ends. Green, rush D tackle, and obviously Kirksey, sub linebacker. And our goal for the year is 4 wins. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy. Let's just try to get 4 wins with this team. And we're going to start the season off today against the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully we can start the season on a positive note. Here are the highlights.
Here's Ryan. And he'll find, and the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. Mills going to keep it on the option right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. Just an incomplete pass. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touch.
That player won't be a detriment. He'll be an improvement for their team. And now as you get into the later rounds, in the middle rounds of this draft, that's when you're...
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Steps away to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blount. Mills back to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will bring it back. An interception.
Or shall I say, the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting...
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. Of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
So we ended up losing the game 21-14. Didn't play the greatest of games, but there were glimpses of hope from Davis Dougie Mills. But 2 touchdowns to 3 interceptions is beyond less than ideal. But 286 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll still take that as a positive. Just could not get the running game going for us today. Brandon Cooks is obviously still Brandon Cooks. Absolutely showed out today. Malik Collins led the team in sacks with 1.5. And Fairburn was good from extra point range. Midway through the season, Greenard got the star development trait thanks to an upgrade. He's actually been playing pretty well alongside Hughes. And Davis Mills has now gotten up to a superstar. And of course, the minute that Greenard gets star, he goes out injured. Ruptured disc, he's out for 6 weeks. And our starting left guard, 21-year-old future stud, tore his bicep. He's out for 9 weeks. And halfway through the season, just about, we are the worst team in football. 0-9, we are still yet to win a game. Obviously, that also puts us dead last in our division. 3 games behind. Looks like we're going to be in the basement this year. But we have a chance to do nothing, honestly. These next 2 games, we're just kind of playing because you have to get a feel for the team before we head into the draft. See what we need. Here's today's game against Jacksonville. Here are the highlights.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option.
And he'll take this into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown.
Plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Touchdown, Texans. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will move up. Now Lawrence looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this.
On the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's got it. Touchdown.
think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But
and he fights his way into the end zone. Back to throw again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Touchdown.
So we actually won this game, 31-15, which is pretty surprising, but we're on a little bit of a hot streak to end the season. And obviously helps when Davis Mills is on fire. 15 for 15, 244 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is, 158.3 rating. That is exactly what we want from him. Now that he has superstar, he's starting to develop a little bit. Things are going very well for us. Also helps that Dameon Pierce was on fire today. 14 carries for 122 yards. No touchdowns, but Burke had 2 for 2 and a touchdown. Cooks also played an amazing game. 7 catches, 138 yards and a touchdown, while Conley had 1 for 18 and a touchdown, and Quitorino 1 for 13 and a touchdown. So when we needed to win a game, we had Davis Mills throw the ball to Brandon Cooks, and we ran it with Dameon Pierce. Pretty much the only offense we have right now. Kirksey led the team. Well, yeah, the only one to get an interception. Fairbairn was perfect from kicking. And now it's time for our last game against Indianapolis Colts. We can't do anything right here. It's just a matter of whether we're going to be draft pick 1, 2, or 3. But we could knock the Colts off of a top 2 spot and knock them down to 3rd. So hopefully that can be the case. Have a little bit of a repeat whenever they failed to beat Jacksonville last season. Here are the highlights.
2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the shotgun, Ryan. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. To throw, Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen. Touchdown, Texans.
lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans quick throw complete by Mills. Touchdown. Now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board. 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Working out of the gun, Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans.
And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in.
So we ended up winning this game as well, finishing the season on a hot streak. I mean, they had barely over 100 passing yards, barely over 50 rushing yards. Defense played amazing today, but so did Dougie Mills. 15 for 16, 158 passing yards, but most importantly, 4 touchdowns. Pierce, not the greatest of games, just this was very much a pass-heavy game for us today. But Brevin Jordan, 4 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Cooks, 4 for 27, 2 touchdowns. Pierce, 2 for 23, and a touchdown. Starting tight end, starting receiver, starting running back, getting the ball. That's how this offense is going to work. And Desmond King had an interception along with Christian Kirksey. Fairbairn, perfect from extra points. And we ended up finishing last in our division, 4 and 13. But, positive note, the Jaguars and Titans finished 6 and 11. So, while we may be at the very, very bottom of our division, it's not a incredibly good division. And we also finished as the 31st team, so that means we have the 2nd overall pick. And, I mean, it really doesn't matter. But yeah, this season, Chiefs would go on to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes MVP, Nathaniel Hackett Coach of the Year, Cup Player of the Year, Crosby Defensive Player of the Year, Drake London Rookie of the Year, and Arnold Ebiketie, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Falcons. So they must have had quite the season. And we have two notable players that are leaving us. Marlon Mack, just never really had any desire to keep him. And Chester Rogers, who's, a fourth-string receiver. But joining the team from the free agents list is Mr. Odell Beckham Jr. 88 overall receiver. Him and Cooks together should just absolutely tear up this league. With obviously Davis Mills starting to get even better, that's going to help. And to help get him some more protection, will be joining us Elton Jenkins, right tackle from the Green Bay Packers, but signing him as a free agent. 86 overall, he's 27 years old. He is the 6th best player at his position. He's an absolute stud. And at center, Eric McCoy will just be coming in to bolster that offensive line just a little bit more. 81 overall center, 26 years old. So, signed some very good young players. And now it is time to start the NFL draft. Obviously, we have the 2nd overall pick, along with the picks we got from Cleveland with the Deshaun Watson trade. But I'm doing something different. This draft, not really looking to draft many players. We're going to do a lot of trading back. So first pick, we're moving from 2. We're going to move all the way back to 30, but we also get a 2024 first rounder and a second rounder this year from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which, keep a note of this trade. Something will happen next episode. And then the 23rd pick, we're going to move back again, and we'll get a 2024 first, second, and third rounder from them. Our second pick, we'll get a first rounder in next year's draft from the 49ers. And our first round 30th pick, we'll get first this year from the Eagles and a third next year. And finally, selecting a player, going with none other than Jonathan Hamlin. Hidden development trait, so obviously is a very good pick. Pass protector, right tackle, 6'7", 307 pounds. I don't know where he's going to fit exactly in the O-line, but he's going to play somewhere. Also joining the team is Darnell Harrison. Normal left guard, nothing too special about him. Jimmy Colbert should just be a good depth at that right end position. But Nazir Wilson, deep threat receiver, hidden development trait, 98 acceleration, 95 speed at 6'1". So he's definitely going to be a special teamer. He's definitely going to be the returner. It's just an issue of, how can we get this guy the ball on offense? Johnny Morrison's joining just to add some running back depth. 89 XL, 89 speed, not too shabby. Jerome Hearns just to add some linebacker depth with 91 acceleration, very good. And Josh Townsend to join the QB room. He's got 87 acceleration, 87 throw power. Kind of what you want for those, play action rollouts, RPOs, that type of stuff. Rudy Oliver is joining the team, drafted right out of Louisville, 6'5", 233 pounds. 87 acceleration, 89 speed, 87 jumping, 87 change of direction, 85 agility. He's a diamond in the rough. He is a late round pick who's going to end up being very good. And also joining us is Jaden Streets. So yeah, looking at the draft, 72 overall guard Darnell Harrison probably has the best chance of starting immediately, but no clue what Hamlin's going to look like. Wilson's a 70 overall. That's amazing. Oliver 66. And Townsend Streets are 65, 64, so backup QBs, to say the least, and Hearns was a total flop. Just saying it now. So, this is how the team looks now. No crazy improvements through the draft, but obviously adding Odell is going to help. Now, Mechie the third is our solidified third-string receiver. Probably move Wilson up the depth chart as well. Hamlin might move, I don't know. And defensively, team is really just still starting to, really come together. D-line made a little bit of a downgrade, but we got some young guys in there who can hopefully take a step up. And obviously, Wilson's going to be the returner with that kind of speed. That'd be stupid to not have him return. But yeah, this is the first video. Doing something a little bit different, especially with I'm starting to, scale back the amount of videos that I'm posting a little bit because I am starting in college, so that obviously is a huge time commitment. So hopefully, you guys are still enjoying all the videos, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you guys want to watch more Madden content, check out the links below in the description. And it is JTB Gaming, signing off.